What's going on, folks? TJ Lauerman, aka That Sports Gamer here, baseball community manager for Out of the Park Developments. I am here alongside my associate, Richard Grisham.
What's going on, TJ? I'm excited.
Rich, it's been a very fun week.
Phew, man, and it's only Wednesday. It feels like this has been a 19-day week.
It's been a heck of a week. I didn't eat yesterday, which was pretty awesome. But yeah, we launched Out of the Park Baseball 17 yesterday.
Yes, we did.
If you haven't picked it up, you can head over to otpdevelopments.com. You can get it there. You can also get it on the Steam store.
10% off at Steam.
I believe it's coming to the Mac App Store soon. I think it's in still approvals with them.
It is. Yeah, we're working on that very hard.
Yeah, people have been asking about that. But we are back here again to talk about the 16-16 Baseball's Tournament of Champions.
Yes.
We've had our esteemed committee get those first 12 teams in there. We had the fan vote get the last 4 teams in there.
Yep.
So why don't we take a look at the brackets that we have currently, and then we can jump in to see what happened.
This is so cool. I love this. Yep. And I don't know what happened, by the way. So this is all new to me. I will be reacting as I get the information.
Captain Corey, there is going to be an iOS edition again, MLB Manager 2016, coming very, very soon.
Like super de-duper soon.
Like,
as in, like, really, really, really soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Like, really soon.
So, in round 1, we have 8 brackets here, or 8 matchups, I guess. Matchup number 1, the 1927 Yankees versus the 1932 Yankees.
Great matchup. Basically the same 2 teams, although obviously some differences, but either controversial or really good, depending upon how you look at it, that, you know, these 2 teams are forced to play each other in the first round as opposed to a couple other.
Yep, the 32 Yankees were the last team in on the fan vote, and the 27 Yankees were almost the unanimous decision from the committee, correct?
Yes.
Close.
Are you showing the bracket on the stream, by the way? Am I not seeing it?
Showing the bracket on the stream.
Okay. Then I'm just not seeing it.
I assume everybody can see it. Then next up, we have the 1970 Baltimore Orioles taking on the 1984 Detroit Tigers.
Great matchup. 2 strong pitching teams with several good hitters. But yeah, that's a two dare I say, kind of similar teams in how they're built and how they won.
Interesting. Speaking of similar teams, how they built and how they won, the next matchup is the 1975 Cincinnati Reds, as voted in by the selection committee, against the 1976 Cincinnati Reds, as voted in by the fan vote.
That was completely fan vote done. That was not us. We are not anti-Yankees by having them play each other. We are not anti-Reds by having them play each other in the first round.
Yeah, that was interesting. Again, most of the selection committee, the way they did it was they picked like the one team that they felt covered that era.
Yeah.
Which is why most of them picked 75. Some of them picked 76, which is why they ended up into the fan vote. Good chance the Reds will win for that one.
You know, if I were a betting man, TJ, I would definitely go with the Reds.
Next up, we have the 1929 Philadelphia Athletics against the 1902 Pittsburgh Pirates.
It's hard to get more old school than this one.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Pre-World Series.
Versus like the only team that wasn't the Yankees that won a World Series in that era.
Yep. Then we have the 1998 Yankees against the 1995 Cleveland Indians.
I'm very curious to see how that scrappy non-World Series winning Indians team fares against what many people consider, you know, what should have been, or at least could have been, the number 1 seed.
Rich, I'm not going to lie. When you see who wins that and who the MVP is, I think you'll be very interested. Then we have the 1986 New York Mets against the 1906 Chicago Cubs.
This better be a sweep. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know about that there, Rich.
The Mets better win.
Nope. Well, I said no, but
what?
That's not true.
Wait, okay.
Or is it?
Or is it?
Drama. Building the drama right now. Where were we? 1939 New York Yankees against the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers.
I don't know if you've ever read the book The Boys of Summer. I don't know if you ever used to play micro league baseball. The 1955 Dodgers are one of my all-time favorite teams. I really hope they can pull it off against their hated rival, the Yankees.
I think I downloaded the book, The Boys of Summer.
It's a great book.
Via audiobook.
Excellent.
I don't think I listened to it. I did listen to the one about the Cardinals from a few years ago. That was very good.
Which book was that?
3 Nights in
Oh, that's
something?
that's about like a series against the Cubs, right?
Yeah.
Was that good?
It's actually very good.
I got to check that out.
I think it was by that guy.
Right, who wrote that thing?
Buzz Bissinger, I believe his name is.
Oh boy. The guy who famously started screaming about Deadspin on that HBO show?
Yeah.
He's a Friday Night Lights guy, right? Didn't he write that book?
Yes, Buzz Bissinger, right? That sounds right.
I think so.
I mean, I could look this up on the internet real quick while we're here. Books. 3 Nights in August chronicles a series in August 2003 between the St. Louis Cardinals and Chicago Cubs through the perspective of Cardinals manager Tony La Russa. Actually, a very interesting book.
I'm going to read that book.
Yeah. It's actually really interesting. It talks about, I think that was like Albert Pujols' rookie year and how they tried to find ways to get him into the lineup because they knew he was amazing.
As we talk about a book about the Cardinals, and there are no Cardinals even in the bracket. Strange.
Hey. Last but not least, the 1961 M&M boys, New York Yankees, against the 2001 Seattle Mariners.
Another controversy in that we have 2 non-World Series winning teams in the top 16, and you're talking about the 16 greatest teams of all time. This is why, TJ, you and I don't vote. This is why we hired very highly qualified people to vote. Because if we had gotten both the 95 Indians and the 01 Mariners in, we would have been taken outside, outback, tarred, and feathered.
I mean, I would have voted if given the opportunity, but other than the fan vote, I was not.
I would
Thanks
not
a lot, Rich.
To me, if you don't win a World Series, you don't get my vote. But, hey, that's why I don't vote.
Hey. So, yeah, we're going to hop into the first series here, assuming this actually plays. There goes the mouse moving. Excellent. So what you have to do is go into the historical exhibition mode. You guys can do this at home if you're playing along. You can go in, you select the era first, then the year, and then your team. So as you can see here, I'm picking the 1932 Yankees as the away team. Again, the way this works is because we have this game era and strategy selection, we are playing this where the home team has their era settings built in. So you see for this, we're going to use the 1927 settings. Interesting things, since a lot of these older teams are the home team in this, I've seen guys throw in a lot of pitches in games. So that's been it's been very interesting to see. I think Sid Fernandez threw like 134 pitches one game.
Well, remember back in the day, they used to throw a lot more pitches than they do now. When I don't know when pitch count started being like a thing that was on the, in the in-game graphics on the TV or at the stadium, but like I never even considered pitch counts, my entire life growing up watching baseball.
So in game 1 of the series, the 27 Yanks blew out the 32 Yanks 8-1. Who was it? Hoyt? Wade Hoyt,
of course, Hall of Famer.
Getting the W over Red Ruffing, who got red roughed up in that game. Game 2, 27 Yankees also win 9-2, putting together a nice batch of 17 hits. 17 hits? That's definitely not right. 14 hits.
Yeah.
Herb Pencock and George Pipgrass.
Pennock.
All right. I believe you.
I'm well schooled in the 27 Yanks and the 32 Yanks.
And the 1932 Yanks pulled this one off with a, 5-1? I scrolled down already. I can't see. 5-4. 5-4 win.
With 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth.
2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. They won that.
Wow.
Nice little comeback right there.
What a game. Now, did the team switch dugouts as they went from home field to home field, considering they're playing this all in Yankee Stadium?
Yes, of course. We made them switch. I believe the away team had to change down the street.
Wade Hoyt picked up his second win in Game 4.
Yep.
Wow.
With a 10-4 victory over the 32 Yanks.
Right.
27 Yankees lead the series 3-1. Game 5, Lefty Gomez versus Dutch Thurher. Sure, whatever. And the 1927 Yankees pull off the series victory
In 5 games, huh?
Yep, 5 games, winning 15-3.
Shocker. Lou Gehrig wins the MVP.
Just showing off their dominance. Yes, Lou Gehrig wins the MVP. He went 14 for 21.
Whoa.
With 2 home runs and 13 RBI.
What is that? 14 for 21. It's like a 700 batting average or something?
It's something like a 667 batting average. He slugged at 1,238.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
He was good, huh?
Yep. So to recap, that first matchup, 1927 Yankees advance 4-1 over.
Rather easily.
Yeah, pretty easy on that one. MVP Lou Gehrig, 14 for 21, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. Next up, we have the 1984 Tigers and the 1970 Baltimore Orioles. I set this all up, so I have to do it manually. Probably a bad idea. So again, as you can see here, we're going into historical exhibition mode. We're going to go pick those teams. It's going to be great. So the 1970 Orioles rocking Frank Robinson. I'll give you a hint. He does quite well in this series. Not as good as Lou Gehrig, though. But those 1984 Tigers jerseys were sweet, weren't they?
Oh yeah, that was a really amazing. That's such a classic look, that Tigers look.
And we're rocking a 7-game series for these. And again, in this, we're going to be using the 1970 settings. It's actually very interesting to see how the era stuff plays out. It's kind of nice.
That '84 Tigers team. First of all, they should have played the Cubs in the World Series. They wound up playing the Padres. The Cubs had a 2-0 lead in the NLCS, and then that was back when they were 5 games, and then blew it in the lost 3 in a row, got swept away in San Diego. Cubs should have been in the '84 World Series. Should have played the Tigers. Didn't happen. Tigers probably still would have crushed them in the World Series, but still.
Possible, but in the first game of this series, the Orioles crushed the Tigers 10-1.
Wow.
Seller throwing the complete game.
Cuellar.
Cuellar? Come on.
Cuellar. Mike Cuellar.
No, I don't think that's correct.
140 pitches.
I'm sorry, Rich. I wasn't around back then, so I'll just lean on you for the proper pronunciations. Jim Palmer came in this game. Jim Palmer lost this game as the Orioles went down. Game
Tigers
2.
win big, 7-2 in Baltimore.
Yep. Jim Palmer takes the L. Game 3, Orioles come back with another drudging 19-5. They put up 7 runs in the first inning.
Off of Jack Morris?
Yeah.
Wow, Jack Morris, Mr. Clutch.
Let up 9 earned runs in the first inning.
Wow.
5 home runs.
Frank Robinson, Boo Powell, Davey Johnson, manager of the 86 Mets, hit a homer. Very interesting. Wow. That messes you up for a whole series when your starter only goes an inning. And that actually has an impact in the way out of the park baseball plays the series. Oh, boy.
How you want to say this guy's name again?
Mike Cuellar?
Mike Cuellar with another complete game victory. Shutout this time. To give the Cubs the 3-1 series. The Orioles the 3-1 series lead.
Dan Petrie not doing it.
Bartolo Garby down with a knee injury.
That hurts.
But there we go. Game 5. The Orioles defeat the Tigers 5-3 to take the series win.
Wow.
Yep.
The Tigers just getting mauled. I'm shocked. Frank Robinson, not a surprise, winning the MVP of the series. Wow.
Frank Robinson did win the MVP of their series.
That's what I mean. Frank Robinson, not a surprise, winning the World Series.
9 for 20 with 4 home runs, 9 RBIs.
Wow.
It seems like the home era advantage is doing good for some of these teams.
Interesting.
So to recap, the 1970 Orioles win 4-1 to advance to the next round. They're going to be playing that 27 Yankees team. So
that is a great matchup. Wow.
But is it a great matchup in 1927? That's the question.
That is the question. Well, again, that Orioles team, good power, but all pitching. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. Good stuff.
All right, so we're going in here, picking out. See, look at all these great little videos I did for you guys.
This is spectacular stuff.
Now, if people want, I have all these uploaded on YouTube. I just haven't made them live. Maybe I'll just leave it like a unlisted playlist or something. Because, I mean, we're going to show this video
Right.
on YouTube, so I don't know if we want to do the individual stuff.
I don't know. See what the people want.
So here we have the 76 Reds against the 75 Reds. Era really probably shouldn't matter here.
I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to follow who's winning and losing these games. I mean, these are virtually the same teams playing each other.
Ooh, was it? I didn't see which one. I think it's the 76 team. Has Joel Youngblood on the team, who, of course, as we all know, was traded for himself.
Which makes a lot more sense now, considering these two teams are playing each other.
Do you know? Yeah, but it was two different teams. He was traded from I believe it was from the Mets, for a player to be named later, to the Expos, and he would be the player to be named later.
A little surprise in Game 1 where the 76 Reds beat the 75 Reds 3-1.
But in Game 2, the 75 Reds battled back to win 2-1.
Ooh, tough game.
Though the Reds did, obviously, the 76 Reds did score a run in the top of the ninth.
They made it close. Raleigh Eastwick picked up the save for Nolan.
Youngblood was on the reserve squad. He didn't make it into the actual...
All right, who's going to win Game 3?
I can tell you, Rich.
75 Reds.
Yep.
7-5.
So right now the series is 2-1. I ended up looking up Pedro Bourbone's numbers because his son pitched for the Braves. No comment on that, but I just looked it up. I was like, this is the real Pedro Bourbon, the senior.
75 wins again, 5-1. They're up 3-1 now.
They are up 3-1. Actually, it's funny because there's two people on this team who had sons who played in the MLB. Probably. Oh no, three.
Griffey, right?
Yeah, Griffey, Pete Rose, and
did Pete Rose's son play in the major leagues?
I want to say he played for like a hot minute.
Okay, it is entirely possible he got brought up for a cup of coffee.
I think so because remember it was a big thing that Pete Rose came to the game.
Yeah, 76 Reds holding on, winning Game 5, clutch.
That's bringing the series to 3-2,
right? Yeah, 3-2. Let's go with that.
Fred Norman and Don Goulet.
Pat Zachary with a shutout.
Is that how you want me to say? Is it Don Goulet?
Don Gullet.
No, it's French. Game 6 goes to the 76 Reds, 7-5.
Oh my goodness, we got a Game 7.
So, folks, we're going to Game 7.
Oh, I love it.
Now, Rich, let me ask you a question. Would it be interesting to just show the box score of what happened at the end of Game 7? Oh,
yes.
Look, CR Butte, Game 7. Should have done 3D for Game 7. What? We did do the 3D for Game 7.
Oh, boy.
So we're going to sit back.
Oh, this is great.
Check this out.
This is some quality community management going on right here, TJ Lauerman.
Look at that. I'm a mind reader over here.
Quality.
Billingham against Gary Nolan. I feel like the Reds are going to win this game. That's probably super loud. I should probably turn this down.
So Ken Griffey Sr. leading off for 76, batting 6th for 75.
If chat can just let me know if the sound is too loud. That would be super helpful.
This is the game. There's no tomorrow for the loser. That is right. So who's pitching? We got Jack Billingham. Okay.
Yep.
I love watching these little dudes play baseball.
They're so good. Well, some of them
are good. Well, that's true. Some of them. That is true.
Yeah, I think we got to talk to the roster team. Some of the skin tones are slightly off for some of the historic players.
That is very true. As I was messing around with the 86 Mets, let's just say I can't remember who it was, but yeah, skin tones weren't quite there.
See, they made an error right there. You were talking
about
an
error?
Yeah, Dave Concepcion bobbles it.
He doesn't do that very. Oh, yeah, you're right. Wow, what a boot. Yeah, I'm probably about 5 seconds behind you. TJ.
Yeah, this gets very interesting to watch when the bases are loaded and there's just names in red everywhere.
All right, so 76 Reds go out in the top of the first.
Although I think it's the... Yeah, 76 Reds have the red top and white bottom on their palms.
So Gary Nolan in the series 1-1. 3.6 ERA, a little high for this era. Pete Rose, of course, gets a hit because that's what Pete Rose does.
I don't know if you saw right there. Ken Griffey Jr. was showing off his arm, but George Foster... Oh, is it George Foster? George Foster and the people just goes jack to take the 3-0 lead.
Oh, my. I haven't gotten it yet. Oh, boy. That is a bomb. Wow.
He only hit it 357.
Was that off the wall?
That was way gone.
Wow. Whew. 75 Reds flexing their muscles. Now, the 76 Reds won the World Series as well, right? Like, I'm not getting my... Yeah, the Yankees didn't win until 77, if I'm correct, right?
I feel that's correct.
Who did the 76 Reds play in the World Series? I can't seem to remember.
Rich,
Wasn't the Red Sox. That was 75. Was it the Yankees?
If only there was the internet that we could look something up on.
Never heard of it.
Hey, Rich, watch this technology. Okay, Google. Who won the 1976 World Series?
Oh, we know who won it.
The
Who did they play?
1976 World Series was won by the Cincinnati Reds.
Who did they beat?
The Yankees.
Oh, it was the Yankees. Okay.
With a sweep.
Oh, yeah, that was when the Yankees beat Kansas City on in the ALCS on that walk-off home run by Chris Chambliss, if I remember that correctly.
With a sweep to repeat.
All right, so the 76 struggling a little bit, down 3-0. But you know what? If you ever want to get down in a baseball game, it's in the first inning. You got 8 more innings to make it up.
And the 76 Reds also have George Foster, who could hit a 3-run home run for them.
That is very true.
High fly ball from Jack Billingham.
Cesar Geronimo.
They had some good names back in the day.
Oh, man. Absolutely.
Like Goulet.
Gullet, Goulet, tomato. All right.
So Dave,
I find myself strangely rooting for the 76 Reds here. For why would I do that, TJ? That makes no sense.
I don't know. You're a fan of the underdog.
I guess so.
Look at that grape. See, look. I know it just looks like pawns, but like in my mind, so much more. That was a great play behind the mound by the shortstop.
That was a great play. Was that Concepcion?
Yeah. Trying to make up for his earlier...
Boy, there are a lot of red faces and uniforms on there. All right, base is loaded. Oh, boy.
There are some cannons in the outfield for the Reds. So.
All right, so is he going to score on the sacrifice here? Ooh, he doesn't go. Does not even try.
Did you see that arm from...
I did.
From Cesar Geronimo?
Man, that was clutch. Bases loaded, 1 out, getting out of it. Now, Dave Concepcion is not known for his hitting, and he will continue to not be known for his hitting after that.
When you guys see the ratings on here, this is on the 20/80 scale.
Okay.
So if you see a guy that's got a 75 rating.
Pete Rose got a hit? Come on. No way. That doesn't happen.
The only one in his career was in this one game. It was weird.
Next thing you're going to tell me is that Cal Ripken Jr. doesn't get injured. Come on.
No, the Orioles had this great third baseman, Ryan Miner. He played for like 20 years.
I also like how the little dudes do the right thing. There's 2 outs, so the guy who was on first, kept on running past second.
Mm-hmm. We need
to the team. Oh, Concepcion just making errors all over the place.
Next year we need to get our voices in the crowd noise.
Okay.
So we need to talk to whoever can make that happen.
We know the guy. Oh, we know a guy, right?
I mean, we know people.
We know people.
Rip into left field by Johnny Bench. Oh, Ken Griffey Jr. Or Ken Griffey Jr.'s father.
Yeah, we are saying Ken Griffey Jr. a lot.
Puts it to the track, and the crowd is not happy.
He wasn't called Ken Griffey Sr. back then, right? He was just Ken Griffey.
I believe he was just Ken Griffey. Johnny Bench steals second off Johnny Bench.
Wait, what? Come on now. My head's starting to explode.
That's what we call in Concepcion.
Did Johnny Bench steal any bases ever?
He's got 97. 97. He's got a 70 steal rating.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I agree with that.
Slow speed, but high steal rating.
I guess because he's so smart.
Maybe it was a delayed steal.
And they're walking Cesar Geronimo to get to Billingham.
Johnny Bench.
Billingham make him pay? Oh, wait, walks him too. Oh, boy.
Johnny Bench says he would teach Bryce Harper a lesson after bat flipping, over bat flipping.
So Concepcion making errors and grounding out with the bases loaded. Not his best day so far.
Geronimo lines one into left field. I'm trying to see if this guy stole any bases. High fly ball by Joe Morgan.
2 hits.
Would you believe he stole 68 bases?
That is a lot for a catcher. I mean, seriously, that's a lot.
The 1976 version should be faster. He stole 13. The 1975 version stole 11.
That's a lot of stolen bases for a catcher.
But he was never thrown out in 1975.
So that's why he was that's why he had that high rating, because he was smart. Obviously, he knew when to take advantage of it.
Yeah. But obviously, his catcher version also knew. Well, I guess his catcher version should have known.
What was his rookie year? When did Johnny Bench start playing? He was still pretty young back then?
He would be his age 27 and 28 years here.
Okay. So he was a veteran, right? He would have been playing for 2 or 3 years by then, at least.
No, he was playing. He came up with the Reds in 1967.
Oh, boy.
At
so
19.
He was a total veteran there. He was almost a 10-year.
Yep. And from 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, he was an all-star every one of those years, including these two, and through 1980.
Johnny Bench, by the time I started really watching baseball, was at the end of his career. So I don't remember him. I remember him being well regarded, but I don't remember him, being a dominant player. I didn't really start watching baseball till the early 80s.
Dave Concepcion puts one to the track.
But not over the wall.
Nope, hauled in by Geronimo.
Billingham is just doing it right now.
Yeah, he's dealing. 3 Ks in this game, 1 walk, 6 hits.
He's scattering the hits, though. Nice play by the third baseman.
Johnny Bench with the opposite field power, but he flies out to right.
What does Johnny Bench say to Johnny Bench when he walks up to the plate?
Hey, I know you.
I don't know. Billingham just seems to be ready. Although Gary Nolan made one mistake and hasn't made a mistake since then.
And I think Billingham's been in and out of trouble throughout this game. So,
well, he had bases loaded at least once.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 76 Reds. Time to do something here. That's not the way to do it.
Nope, leading off the inning with a single is not a... Oh, wait, that is a good one. Yeah. Which one's 76 Reds? Yeah, that's good. Single, they're on the base, they're on the ball.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely not Joe Morgan. That's Goose Gossage. It ain't Joe Morgan.
George Foster has a man on, but flies out to the shortstop.
Unfortunate.
We did skip over the take me out of the ball game section of the game, but
that's okay.
It is in there, so.
Yes, of course.
Cesar Geronimo flies to Cesar Geronimo.
I wonder how many times that happened in real life.
I feel like Henry Freed Sr. has made like 10 plays in this game. He's covering a lot of ground out there, right?
Is Billingham going to get the complete game? They used to do that all the time back then.
Hey, it's possible.
It really is.
He is already at 134 pitches. So.
Wow. But it is Game 7.
This is Game 7. This is win or go home.
You go until you just can't go anymore. Pete Rose 0 for 3 with the 76 version. And 0 for 4.
Yeah, I don't know what park the historical exhibition games are played at.
Well, I believe there's an issue. They're supposed to be played at the existing home field, right? You know, because they don't have the historical stadiums in there. But I think there's some sort of an issue that's going to get patched where this should be playing. You know, it says Riverfront Stadium, but I think there's a patch that should make it be in the Great American Ballpark, for example.
Ah,
I
that
think
makes
it's
sense.
historical. There's like some sort of a reference issue that needs to get addressed in a patch.
I think this is City Field, if I'm not crazy.
It looks like it.
The apple would be in center, the bullpen's
Right.
in right. What's in left? I don't remember from City Field when I was there. Well, yeah, because there's the bridge out there in right
I
center.
was going to say there's the bridge, there's the spot for the apple.
Yeah. I don't know what the Mets have in left field.
Yoenis Cespedes?
True. Great play by Concepcion on that one.
Yeah. All right, is this the top of the ninth?
Yeah, top of the ninth.
Oh boy. And they're bringing in a
Pedro Bourbon to close it out.
Bourbon. One out. It's not looking good.
Also not a good start for Bourbon. That's up a leadoff double.
No, was that a leadoff? No, there was one out.
No, one out double, sorry. There we go. Ken Griffey Sr. hits a ball to Ken Griffey Sr. driving to the first run.
Oh boy, Bourbon. The 76 Reds are not going quietly into that dark night.
There's the double play, and the 1975 Reds win this series.
Wow, what a series.
Congratulations, and pop champagne.
How about that? Good stuff.
Yep, so the 75 Reds advanced, beating the 76 Reds.
That's probably what should have happened. So I'm good with that.
Let's look around here. Bourbon gets the save. Billingham threw 142 pitches. That's earning your keep right there.
Take that, 1976. I love that.
And I believe because of this, George Foster is going to win the MVP of the series.
All right.
Yep, George Foster gets the MVP. He went 11 for 28 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. Obviously, none bigger than the 3-run homer in Game 7 that got them that victory.
Well done, George Foster.
So,
well done.
Reds advance 4-3. Well, obviously the Reds advance. So we're going to go in here, start up the next one, which is the 1902 Pittsburgh Pirates and the 1929 Philadelphia Athletics.
This will be fun.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say none of these people are alive.
I'm calling for the A's in this one.
A's. Also, if you've been playing along at home, the home team / home era is now 3 for 3.
That feels right. You know what I mean? Like you should, as the home field, have an advantage, right? You're the higher seed, so good. Good for them.
Although I guess the home field in that one, or the home era advantage in that one probably wasn't that big, but still. Yes, Yankee Clipper found the little Easter egg. If you're on the loading screen of Out of the Park Baseball 17 and you click one of the team logos, it'll take you to their website.
Nice.
So we have Deacon Felipe versus Lefty Grove in Game 1 here.
Lefty Grove. That guy's good.
I believe it's Lefty.
No, it's Lefty Grove.
Oh, it's Lefty Grove. Philadelphia Athletics take the first game. Was it 9-2?
Not a surprise. Wow, look at that club. Honus Wagner.
Jimmy Fox hit a home run in that game.
Jimmy Fox hit a lot of home runs.
As did Bing Miller. Chester Cheeseborough. I think he took the L in this one, right? No, Chesborough?
Jack Chesbrough, yeah.
Chester Cheeseborough is what we're going to call him.
Wow, 3-0.
Yep. Only 108 pitches for that complete game. I mean, I feel like that's not a lot for this era.
I agree. Although in a complete game loss, Earnshaw threw 123. Not bad either.
Tannehill and Waddell.
So it's 1-1 now, right?
Yep.
Come on, A's.
Don't forget, I'm in front of you, so it's now 2-1 Pittsburgh Pirates.
Philadelphia A's are not winning. They should be winning.
You would think if the statistics bore out, correct?
And another couple of complete games. I like this era. I mean, it seems to be pretty faithful to the era. Except the A's should be winning.
Now we're back tied up at 2 apiece.
All right, there we go. 12-8. That's what I was expecting. A lot of home runs from that powerful Philadelphia club.
Going to game 5. We have
Lefty Grove picked up his second win there too.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he did it.
Little known fact, he's pretty good.
There we go, A's. I like that. Up 3-2 now.
Yep. Pivotal game 6 here. Tannehill versus Wahlberg. Donnie Wahlberg.
A lot of complete games and 8 innings being pitched here. I like that.
Did you know that Jesse Tannehill lived across the street from C.S. High 312's dad when he was young in the 40s?
How about that? That's cool.
Little known fact.
So we got a game 7 here, TJ.
We have a game 7 between Deacon Felipe and Lefty Grove. Or is it Philippi?
It's a little before my time. I'm going to go with Philippe.
I'll go with that.
0-2 versus 2-0, although Lefty has an ERA over 4 in this series. Al Simmons and Jimmy Fox and Mickey Cochran. That is an amazing 2-3-4. Wow.
Can you do leagues made up of historic teams like this?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't know how you would go about setting that up, but yes.
Fictional leagues. You go to your fictional league and do that.
But then do you have to, like, make the whole team? Can you import
No, can't you import them?
Then where are you going to get them? That's my question. Can you import them from here? I don't know.
I think so.
I have to play.
Well, the answer is yes, you can, because people have already shown me that, like standings and stuff.
Right. So
the community has already got it figured out how to do it.
Yeah. Great place to go with questions like that.
Oh, yeah.
The OOTPdevelopments.com forums.
Those people know more about this game than TJ or I ever will.
They're real good. Like, I'll go on there and be like, oh, this guy's got a real easy question. Let me go answer that. And there's like already 47 other answers. I'm like, wow. Claude Ritchie going yak 377 feet off Lefty Grove.
Lefty Grove is not going to appreciate that.
I don't think so. Yes, also the subreddit, reddit.com/r/OOTP.
Yeah, the out of the park community is a lot of these guys have been playing this game for a decade or more and just know everything.
This is the 17th in the out of the park series, so.
Yes, it is not out of the park 2017. It is out of the park 17.
Yeah, actually, if you're watching this live on Twitch right now, it says we're playing out of the park baseball 2017. That's because they're using Giant Bomb's game catalog, and someone mistyped it when they put it in. I'm trying to get that fixed. Kitty Barnesfield, beast, from what I remember, when I saw him play live back in the day. Woo! Great throw from right field. Who was that? Right field.
He waited for a moment, but then just gunned him.
Davis closed him.
Wow.
Mule Haas. Right there.
Who doesn't love Mule Haas?
Tied.
Oh, an error. Oh, no.
An error to tie it up, and now they take the lead 3-1. The A's are up.
Oh, boy. Deacon Philippe is just devastated on the mound. It's funny, Deacon Philippe looks a lot like Joe Morgan. Nice play at the to cover first by the second baseman. Oh, boy. The wheels are coming off.
Yep. And Bing Miller steals second base just to rub it in.
Although This is who I was hoping for.
Al Simmons, 80 contact.
Guy could hit.
Puts it to the track, but it's going to be a fly out.
Absolutely rake.
But it'll drive in a run to give the A's a 6-1 lead. Jimmy Fox goes down.
The Pirates are
40,
just getting shellacked.
42 pitches through 2 innings there.
Wow.
That's rough.
That is rough.
Deacon Felipe, trying to help his own cause, puts it to the track, but it is caught by
Pitchers could hit back then, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. It was a different game back in 1902. Lefty Grove getting it done. 3-3. If he wins this game to win 3 games, he's got to be the MVP of the series, right?
Maybe. But we can definitely check his stats out after the end of the series if he's not.
Yeah.
Max Bishop flies out to left. Sammy Hale. Look at the second baseman's range. Gets in there.
Well done. That was a great play. So is Philadelphia just going to keep pouring it on? That's the question.
I drive down the third base line. Woo! Honus Wagner gets a double. Almost gets thrown out for his for going to second. Then he steals third.
Oh boy!
Errant throw, and he's gonna score. That's hustle right there.
Well, that's why he's a Hall of Famer with the world's most valuable baseball card, right?
Yep. The T207. T207? I want to say it's the T207 tobacco card. Did you hear they just found a bunch of them?
They were Ty Cobb ones, right? What they found?
Were they? I thought they were.
I'm pretty sure they were Ty Cobb ones. Could be wrong, but I think they were Ty Cobbs.
They might have been Ty Cobb cards. Family stumbles upon baseball card. Pittsburgh did get a run back in that inning. So, hey, there's hope. It's only 6-2.
Yeah, got a shot.
Yeah. Brown paper bag found in Grandpa's basement. 7 identical Ty Cobb cards from the printing period of 1909 to 1911. Before the recent find, there were only about 15 known to still exist. Some would call it miraculous and spectacular to come across such a stash, such a cache. Cache? Cache. I call it cache. But cache is a word.
They've got some cachet now that they found this cache.
But they're both spelled the same way?
No, cachet has a T at the end.
All right. I believe it. Thank you guys for tuning in to This Week in Grammar. Spelling. Randy Savage should be in the game.
He is in the game.
He is in the game, right?
Yep.
Randy Savage, John Elway, Michael Jordan, Russell Wilson. Who else?
Mario Cuomo.
What?
Yep.
The governor?
Yep.
Governor?
Yeah. It's true.
I did not know that.
It's true. Kurt Russell? Did you say Kurt Russell?
I did not say Kurt Russell. All your favorite Cowboys backup quarterbacks from the 90s.
Drew Henson.
Drew Henson, Chad Hutchinson, Quincy Carter. They should all be there. Moonlight Graham is in the game. That is correct.
I don't know. Things are looking bleak for the 0-2 Pirates. And looking good for the 29 A's. The 29 A's, by the way, are my dark horse to win this whole thing. They could do it.
trying to think. Is it true that Fidel Castro was in the Cubs farm system? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think it was the Red Sox that were gonna sign him, or he had a tryout with the Red Sox.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever in their system.
Yeah, I think he had a tryout with the Red Sox, didn't make it, and then did some stuff in Cuba. I think I want to say
Mule Haas, by the way. Great name, good hitter.
either ESPN's Buster Only wrote a piece on the Fidel Castro baseball thing, or he retweeted someone's piece on the Fidel Castro thing.
We got ourselves a situation here.
Bing Miller's out here doing things. Look at this fadeaway throw. Doesn't get him at home. 3 more.
Wow.
For the A's right there. Bing Miller tearing it up.
Wow. Yeah, the fadeaway throw definitely doesn't help. I always tell my son, step and throw forward. Don't back up. Sorry, Philippe. You are done. Warren McLaughlin not helping very much.
This is getting out of control, folks. Big triple for Jimmy Fox.
Not a surprise.
Making it 11-2. Joe Boley sacrifices himself for the ground to the third to end the inning.
Wow.
He couldn't watch it go on anymore.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Whew. What a shellacking. So the question is now, do they leave in Lefty Grove for the rest of the game? Or do they save him for the next series?
He's only at 97 pitches. He should be fine. He's got 10 Ks in this game.
Oh, was he safe or was he out? He's out, okay.
Lefty Davis tries to steal second base. That's not going to happen.
Now with Mickey Cochran behind the plate.
7th inning. Take me out of the ball game. I think I sang it on one stream. Not tonight. Hits
That's what the
deep
people want to hear, though, TJ.
I know. I have the dulcet singing tones.
Mule Haas, man. That dude. I never heard of him before tonight, but he's my man.
I'm look him up right now, see what Mule Haas did in his life.
That's what happens in an 11-2 game. You know, the commentators got to sort of, come up with some stories.
Hometown hero, Mule Haas, born in Montclair, New Jersey.
Wow, look at that.
Had
Give me some lifetime stats here.
292 batting average, 43 home runs, 469 RBI.
Lifetime?
Yep. Not a lot of home runs back then. Not a lot of fences to hit home runs over.
What? No, it had 1929. There was home runs all over the place. That's the live ball era, man. That was right when Babe Ruth revolutionized the game. Jimmy Fox, fashion home runs. Al Simmons.
Yes, but don't forget that the start of that era was Babe Ruth hitting more home runs than everybody else in the league combined.
That's true. Good point. So, how many years did he play?
He played 12.
Okay, so he had a good major league career.
Yep. Started with the 25 Pirates, then played with the A's for a handful of years. Went to the White Sox, and then finished his career back with the Philadelphia A's.
So he won a World Series in '29. Was that his only championship team?
I'm gonna go with yes.
Okay. Well, he's back and he's playing for the championship of championships.
And he is buried in Montclair, New Jersey. If they pull this off, I'm going to go there and take a picture.
I think that would be classic.
And very weird.
And classic. Was Mule his given name? There's no way it was.
George William Haas.
Okay.
Mule. born 1903, so before the team that he's playing against in this game. Sorry, after the team.
After the team. The A's just don't stop. You keep raking.
Ginger Beaumont in center field for the O2 Pirates.
Why did Al Simmons try to steal second up by 9 runs in the 8th inning?
Hey, man. Deep fly out by Bolden. Going to the bottom of the 8th. Score still 12-3. 117 pitches for Grove so far.
Lefty Grove, 8 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 10 strikeouts. Not bad. Looks to me like the center fielder misplayed that ball, TJ.
A little bit. That was a deep shot, though.
Oh, Tommy Leach is hurt. He's out. Might be too late. A little bit too late.
And there we go. I assume. Yep, there we go.
Oh, I thought he was gonna be safe. Well done, Philadelphia A's. The right team won that.
Grove finishes it with 129 pitches. Not too bad. Not too bad right there.
Not bad at all.
I'm also updating the challenge.com
nice
bracket.
Lefty Grove had to be the MVP, right? Won 3 games.
Is Lefty Grove the MVP? Show me potato salad.
Or is it Mulehaus?
Come on.
Is it Mulehaus?
Did I walk away from the computer when I did this recording? There we go. The answer is Bing Miller.
What?
Bing Miller goes 13 for 32, 2 home runs, 15 RBI.
Come on. He probably got 7 of them in Game 7.
15! Lefty Grove threw 26 innings, went 3-0, 22 Ks.
Lefty Grove, you're the real MVP.
I mean, hey, if you want to believe that.
I mean, 15 RBIs. Okay, fine. That is not bad.
Lefty Grove also got a hit and drove in one, so maybe he gets it. Mule
3
Haas.
games. The dude won 3 games. You got to win 4, and he won 3 of them.
Hey. I mean, I feel like that's like, that's more of an indictment of the rest of his team.
I would agree with that.
All right, so to recap, the 1929 Athletics defeat the 1902 Pittsburgh Pirates 4-3. Bing Miller, your MVP. Now we are going on to the next bracket, bracket 5. They're not really brackets. Is that? I don't know. Is that a bracket? I don't know.
No, the bracket is the whole thing.
So we're just call it a matchup?
Matchup, sure.
Matchup number 5. 95 Indians versus the 1998.
I'm calling it for a sweep, TJ.
Calling for a sweep for the Indians, huh?
Yeah. No, sir.
I agree with Yankee Clipper 2 in the chat. People had way better names back in the 20s.
Oh, yes. Totally.
Though Ginger Beaumont, the center fielder for the O2 Pirates, is a pretty dope name.
I bet you he was called Ginger back then for the red hair, which, are you allowed to do that these days?
Not sure.
I have a feeling you're not allowed to do that anymore.
Probably not. So again, this game played at the 1998. This is the first time we have like real modern era.
Yeah.
1998 Yankees.
Yeah, like this is a team that even though you're only about 15 years old, TJ, you probably remember watching them.
I was actually 13.
I meant you're 15 now.
How does that make you feel?
I feel old every day, regardless of anything.
Yankees take game 1, 16-7. David Cohn got a little roughed up.
16-7. Oh my!
I want to say David Cohn gets hurt in this game.
David Cohn got hurt a lot, so I wouldn't be. Oh, Chuck Nagy. Oh, Chuck. What happened? Oh, brother. Oof.
Game 2 goes to the Indians.
What?
In 14 innings, they snatch a 2-1 win.
Now, we were talking about this last time. Game 3, Oral Hershiser pitches. I had completely forgotten that he had pitched for this team. And he won a lot of games. Did he win like 16 or 17 games for this club or more?
It was something like that.
All right.
Chad Curtis did hit 2 bombs in that other game.
Did he yell at Jim Gray in that game?
Not positive.
Oh my gosh, this is impossible. The Indians won game 3.
Yep, Indians lead the series 2-1.
Well, Hershiser pitches well.
Nagy taking on who was it? It already went away. No good. Game 4.
Orlando Hernandez.
Was it Orlando Hernandez? Got a lot of pitchers in this game. Nagy only goes 2 2/3. Gives up 11 hits.
Wow, 13-11. Nagy again just getting shellacked. Holy moly.
Game 5, El Presidente and David Wells.
Nagy has pitched like less than 4 innings and given up, I think, 15 runs.
I was trying to see it, but it already went away. David Wells goes the distance.
Wow, 9-0.
Probably should have saved Wells, but
3-2 Yankees. Yeah.
16 hits in that game. Game 6 goes to the Yankees with Andy Pettitte defeating Oral Hershiser.
Not a surprise.
A lot of home runs in this game.
Not a surprise either.
Yankees win 15-5. You know who comes into this game? Actually, you know who pitched really good for the Yankees in this? Hideki Irabu. Put up some good numbers.
He pitched in this game?
Yeah. He threw 2 1/3, I believe.
Look at that. Wow. He gave up a homer.
Hey, man. There's only so much you can do. He's just one man. David Cohn was injured in that first game. Didn't come back in the series.
Wow.
Rivera threw 3 innings.
Are you going to take him out of the off the roster for the next round or bring him back?
I forget what the injury was. I don't think it was anything super serious. Hideki Irabu went 5 1/3. Let up 2 home runs. Not bad.
Chad Curtis gets the MVP.
Yep.
8 RBIs, 10 hits, 3 homers. Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Derek Jeter did have 11 RBI.
13 of 30 too. Yeah. That's
It's tight. It's tight. Tim Raines went 12 for 21. So that's
a lot of Yankees had a lot of hits.
571. Yeah. I feel bad. Well, yeah, I wanted to see
Paul O'Neill 12 of 31, 8 ribs too, and a couple homers.
Charles Nagy threw 4 1/3, 17 hits, let up 2 home runs, 24.92 ERA.
Wow.
That hurts.
That 98 Yankees team is fearsome.
Eric Plunk, a former Yankee, if I'm not mistaken, got a win for the Indians though.
6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts. Pretty impressive.
The best.
Look at those ERAs, man. Whew. Brutal.
All right, so there we go. 1998 Yankees defeat 1995 Cleveland Indians 4-2 with Chad Curtis, the MVP.
Still don't know how that 95 Cleveland team made it in.
Should have been the Braves. I'm telling you.
Well, yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah. So next up we have the 1906 Chi-Town Cubs against the 1986 Mets.
All right. This is what it's all about. I've been waiting for a week for this. This better go well, TJ.
Hey, man, things happen. It's a video game. Anything's possible.
This better go the way it needs to go. I either might need to end the stream.
Well, good thing you don't have the power to do that.
Oh, no. I do not like all this foreshadowing.
98.
I do not like all this foreshadowing.
Yep, 1986 settings. The dead ball era.
Wait, why is it in the dead ball era?
No, I'm just saying, when you pick the Cubs, you have to go into the dead ball era first.
Right. Okay. No, they're playing it in 1986, right?
Correct.
Okay. So has a road team lost yet?
A road team has not won, is what you mean.
I mean, the higher seeds have won.
The
Mets are the higher seeds.
Yeah.
Better seeds.
what's it? The chalk.
Yes.
The chalk has won.
Yes.
The chalk has won every series so far.
All right. So the Mets win first game 11-10. Wow. Scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the ninth. Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow.
Joe Tinker goes down though.
They gave up 3 runs in the top of the ninth. Whew, what a game. Oh my gosh.
Then the Cubbies win game 2, scoring a run in the top of the ninth.
I don't like that at all.
Hey man, Sid
Fernandez pitched great and got nothing for it.
Yep.
Wow, 8 2/3, 11 strikeouts.
Keith Hernandez was the game-winning home run that game. Was it? I think so.
How could it be a game if they lost?
The other game, a ninth inning home run. I'm sorry.
Bobby Ojeda, save us in game 3. All right. Way to go, Bobby Ojeda. Darryl Strawberry hitting a homer. Nice.
Mordecai Brown versus Dwight Gooden in game 4.
3-finger.
Mets are up 2-1, but game 4 goes to the Cubs.
Oh! No. No. Not right. Dwight Gooden's 0-2 in this series right now, right?
Yep. Cubs win 5-1. Mordecai Brown goes the distance.
I don't like that. No, sir.
Johnny Kling goes down for the 06 Cubs with the quad strain.
A lot of injuries for the Cubs in this series.
Hey, man, they didn't have that great medical
Come
technology
on,
that we had
Sid.
in
Save
86.
us again, Sid. Save us again, Sid.
Sid's going to get the W in this one, going 7 strong.
Right.
And then needing 3 guys to get told and a save. Hey, whatever it takes, right?
Whatever it takes.
7-5 win for the Mets there. Game 6.
Come on, Mets.
Come on,
Win
Mets.
Win this thing.
And the Mets win the series 4-2.
I like it.
Which means I can update this one to 4.
I like it. I like it a lot. Who's going to be the MVP? That's my question.
It's easy. The man with the stash.
I'm Keith Hernandez.
That hair clip for men? No, it's not. What is it?
That's Seinfeld. 8 for 27. It did have 7 RBI.
Yep. A lot of holds. A lot of holds in that series.
Well, the Mets had a great bullpen, so they were doing a lot of
that. Keith Hernandez goes 8 for 25 with 2 home runs, 7 RBI. Not a bunch of home runs in this.
Well, Mets weren't a big power team. I mean, Carter and Strawberry could hit homers, but Hernandez was a doubles guy. Kevin Mitchell could, but that was his rookie year. Ray Knight, I mean, they guys who had power, but they didn't have, other than Strawberry, 30 plus home run guys.
All right, so the Mets advance over the Cubs, 4-2. Rich is extremely happy.
I am. And who'll the Mets play? Do we know yet?
Yeah. They will play
the 1929 A's.
No, the 1998 New York Yankees.
Oh man!
But Rich, you're doing spoilers because we'll show the new bracket.
Oh boy!
Duh.
Whoa.
It's gonna be good.
That's a series.
It's gonna be good. Next up.
I'm nervous about that.
Matchup number 7. 1955. Brooklyn Dodgers against the 1939 New York Yankees. You excited for this one?
I'm very excited for this.
What do you know about Babe Dahlgren?
Absolutely nothing.
Well, you're gonna know the name after this. Here we are. We're going in, getting that era. I feel like we should do the championship in default modern era. I wonder how this would have turned out had we done it in default modern era.
It would have been different, right?
Well, I would assume so. Marv Brewer on the reserve list. Not getting into this one. Spud Chandler down there for the what's the guy's name? Oral Hillebrand.
Could be.
39 Yankees take game 1 6-4. Red Ruffing getting the W after he got roughed up in that other series.
I don't like where this is going.
Don Newcomb took the L. Game 2, Johnny Padres.
Padres.
But it's not an A.
It's Johnny Padres, trust me.
Rich, you know what I'm going to do one day? I'm going to go on the Franchise Hockey Manager stream and destroy all those names.
That is your calling card, sir.
What team is my guy, Bo Brovisky on?
I don't know.
Come on, Rich.
If Adam were on the chat still, he could tell you.
Pokey Reese pinch hit in this game. Possibly may have been Pee Wee Reese.
Come on, Dodgers.
Pearson gets the W. Yankees win 7-2.
Relatively easy victory for the Yanks.
Game 4, Newcomb and Ruffing.
You see Sandy Koufax pitched in relief?
Yep. Was he extremely young or extremely old at this point?
He was extremely young.
Okay. 39 Yankees are going to take the W here as well, 7-4. They have the 3-1 lead going into the ever-dangerous Game 5. And Lefty Gomez is going to get that W to have the 39 Yankees knock out the 55 Brooklyn Dodgers. It's a beautiful day at the ballpark for Babe Dahlgren. I don't know what he did, but he did some good stuff. Lefty Gomez went the distance through a 2-hitter. That might be the game of the tournament so far.
That might be.
Babe Dahlgren goes 10 for 22 with a homer and 6 RBIs.
Don't you mean Dolph Lundgren?
Dolph Lundgren. He and Bill Dickey, the only 2 Yankees to hit home runs in the series.
That was sadly easy for the Yankees.
Yeah, a little bit. Joe DiMaggio went 10 for 18. That's pretty good.
Only 2 ribs, though.
4 different pitchers got the W's, too. So, as we've seen, through 7, home field, home era advantage.
Every time.
Kind of a big deal.
Wow.
Duke Snider went 3 for 19. Gil Hodges went 3 for 20.
That hurts.
That's rough. And I'm talking red rough.
Jackie Robinson 2 for 4.
It's not bad. Sandy Koufax, 2 innings.
Why did Pee Wee Reese only get 5 at bats? Did he get hurt? Did I miss that?
It's a great question. I think Frankie Crosetti was starting over him. I don't know. I'm just saying things. Where are we even seeing Pee Wee Reese?
Don Zimmer got the start at shortstop, looks like.
Yes, that's what happened. I was looking at the other team. All right, Rich. Don Newcomb got 7 at-bats for that Dodgers team. Got a hit, though.
He's a pitcher.
How did the 68 Tigers not end up in this bracket?
I don't know.
Nobody voted for him. That's literally how they didn't get in here.
No, remember that? They were the last ones out.
Were they?
They were the first one out on the community vote.
Well, hey. Not enough people voted for them. And that's the answer. Down to the last game, last series, I should say.
And by the way, the answer that Yankee Clipper, or the question Yankee Clipper asked, wasn't the 50-yard Dodgers team the only one that actually won out of those World Series meetings? The answer is yes. That's why another reason that book, The Boys of Summer, is so good.
So now we're going up here with the 2002 Seattle Mariners.
Don't you mean the 2001?
The 2000, I saved it incorrectly when I wrote this thing.
Oh.
But yes, the 2001 Seattle Mariners. I was looking at my file name. It's 2002 Mariners. Playing the 1961 Yankees in 1961 Yankees era.
So will it be a clean sweep for the higher seeds?
Questionable. Could be.
I mean, the 61 Yankees, were they a classic great Yankees team, or are they just so well remembered because they had Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris doing what they did?
Well, we're going to find out because we got Freddie Garcia going up against Whitey Ford in Game 1.
Whitey Ford, yeah.
And look at that. Seattle Mariners win Game 1, 6-3.
In New York.
Freddie Garcia, strong outing. 7 innings, 5 hits.
That's quite a lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you I met Clete Boyer once, a long time ago?
You did not.
I met Clete Boyer once, a long time ago.
Did you know Jamie Moyer not only pitched for the 2001 Mariners, but I'm pretty sure he pitched for the 1961 Yankees as well. Game 2 also goes to the Mariners, 7-1.
Oh, boy.
Jamie Moyer, because we're in the old timies, went the distance, throwing 132 pitches.
We've got a situation developing.
Aaron Seeley versus Ralph Terry in Game 3.
Brett Boone, who Gus Ramsey called out, having a big game. 3 ribs, 3 hits.
2001 Seattle Mariners take Game 3,
Oh,
4-2.
Real situation developing here.
Kaz Sasaki comes in to close it out.
Oh, boy. This, 61 is a great movie. Oh, boy.
Whitey Ford and Freddie Garcia do battle, and guess what happens? Carlos Guillen gets injured with an oblique strain. Don't you hate that? But also, the 2001 Seattle Mariners sweep the 1961 Yankees right out of this tournament.
Oh, my.
Kaz Sasaki with another save. Or no, he gets the win in this one. Whew.
Wow.
Unbelievable. So, actually, they won in the bottom of the ninth. It was tied 3-3, and they scored a run in the bottom of the ninth.
Wow. Saving baseball in Seattle.
Yeah, so that's pretty amazing. Oh, I didn't save the end of that game. Oh, no. So, let me tell you, Rich. Brett Boone, the MVP of that series.
Gus Ramsey nailed that. He nailed that.
He ended up going 11 for 18, which is a 6'11 batting average, with a homer and 6 RBIs. Yeah.
Wow.
So the only team to not win in not their era, and the only team to sweep,
Wow.
are the 2001 Seattle Mariners.
Unbelievable. That's what the game says, and I believe it. How about that? Good stuff.
Let me just submit that, update that. Boom, boom, boom. Let's take a screenshot of this, if it'll let me. Then we'll come over here. This is the old bracket. I'm going to delete this. Going to come over here, add a media file. Boom. New bracket. Coming up next week,
Look at that.
we got the 1927 New York Yankees facing the 1970 Baltimore Orioles.
Great matchup.
The 1975 Cincinnati Reds against the 1929 Philadelphia A's.
Great matchup.
I think they're all going to be great matchups. Then we have the 1998 New York Yankees. New York Yankees, Rich.
Terrified.
And the 1986 New York Mets.
Terrified.
Battle for the city.
Yeah.
And then we wrap it up with the 1939 Yankees and 2001 Seattle Mariners. The underdog darling of this tournament.
Yes.
There's an outside chance there could be no Yankees teams or 3 Yankees teams going into this final.
Yeah. I don't know. What are you all right, give me your quick prediction. What's going to happen on the 27 Yankees and the 70 Orioles?
I mean, I gotta believe that 27 Yankees are going all the way in this thing.
I think the Orioles are sneaky good. I think the Yankees are going to win, but I bet you it goes to 6 or 7.
Are they 1927 sneaky good?
Well, very few teams are, TJ.
I would actually like to see the 27 Yankees and 29 Philadelphia A's move on. I think that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Though the 70 Orioles and 75 Reds would also be interesting.
Or 27 Yanks versus the 75 Reds. I mean, no matter what, those are good. Speaking of 75 Reds, 29 A's, I know they're not going to have the home field advantage, which is proving to be pretty important. So because of that, I got to go. No, I'm sticking with my 29 A's. I think Jimmy Fox and Al Simmons and Lefty Grove are going to figure out a way to beat that Reds team.
Lefty Grove and his 3 Ws?
Yep.
It's possible.
He's going for tournament MVP. He can't win a series MVP, but he can win a tournament MVP.
Well, maybe we'll give it to him. I don't know. That Big Miller. Kind of a big deal.
Don't forget Mule.
And Mule Haas. And then there was a Duke Moss on a Yankees team.
All right. Give me your 98 Yanks, 86 Mets prediction.
I mean, that's a real tough one. I think the Yankees are going to take it.
I think
I know you're going for the Mets.
Yeah, they'll figure out a way.
I think there's just too much power on that 98 Yankees team.
Yeah.
What if Darryl Strawberry beats Darryl Strawberry?
Maybe they'll fight each other.
Doc Gooden? Is Doc Gooden on that team?
He's on both of those teams, I think. Oh, he's obviously on the 86 teams.
I mean, I'd load the game up and see if they would face each other, which would be very interesting. But that's the thing. Maybe I'll tweet that out in the next couple of days, what the matchups are going to be. So yeah, I'm taking the Yankees. You're taking the Mets.
Yep.
I'm taking the 2001 Mariners.
I'm going with the 39 Yanks.
I believe in the Mariners. If they can pull
I don't
this
think
off,
I don't think the Mariners can beat the Yankees twice in a row.
they could do it. There's an outside possibility they will play the Mariners. If the Mariners can go all the way, there's a chance they play the Yankees every single step of the way.
Right. They got to, and that same Yankees franchise is the one that stopped them on the way to the World Series. So, wow, that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a great round 2.
I agree.
Next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, assuming Rich doesn't make prior commitments. We'll be here live at 9 o'clock doing round 2. If you haven't already, make sure you pick up your copy of Out of the Park Baseball 17. You can go to Out of Park you can go to ootpdevelopments.com. You can buy it there. You can also get it on the Steam store. We are waiting for approval to get it on the Mac App Store, if that's how you like to roll.
But you can, if you got a Mac, you can just go get it right from the OOTP Development Store. You can get the Mac version right there. So,
and I would assume you could get it through Steam on the Mac as well. So,
absolutely,
there's many ways that you can get this.
You cannot be stopped if you don't want to be stopped.
And then we will have news of MLB Manager 2016
soon,
very soon,
so soon.
Like if you're listening to this, if you're watching this on YouTube, when we archive it, it might be out already.
It might. Shall I say it will?
Yeah, you can say it will.
It will. It'll be out.
Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at OOTP Baseball. You can follow me with my hot takes at That Sports Gamer. Rich, where can they follow you?
Follow me at Rich Grisham.
Also, don't forget us on, where else? We got Facebook.com/OOTP Baseball.
It's a great one.
Great stuff over there. If you're watching the Twitch stream, hit that follow button there. If you're on Twitch, hit the follow button here. Then go to youtube.com/OOTP Developments. Hit the subscribe button over there. And then if you're on YouTube, go over to twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. Hit the follow button over there. Is that confusing?
Not to the kids these days, TJ. They know exactly what you're talking about.
Excellent. And if you want lots of great Out of the Park Baseball 17 chatter, make sure you head over to the forums on ootpdevelopments.com. Hit that community button. Lots of people talking lots of great stuff. There's one guy that's like putting every team ever against each other in a tournament. I don't understand.
God bless him.
I think it's only like 648 teams, something like that.
Oh, is that it? Come on. Step up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. We'll see you back here again next Wednesday. Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, TJ. Great job as always.
Thank you, everybody watching at home.